Y'all laughed yesterday when I said it would be AJ Styles taking on LA Knight next week when we predicted that here on Fog Wrestling. Well, who's laughing? Welcome back, guys, to the 12th of April 2024 edition of Friday Night Smackdown. It's the first time that the big man Cody Rhodes has been on Smackdown since he won the championship. I mean, what brand is the guy on? Is it Smackdown? Will we see him appearing on Raw going forward? It just seems to be a bit of a mess. I think one champion sticks to their brand, man, and that's it. It's after Mania, alright? There's no more the Raw champ teaming up with the SmackDown champ to take on the Bloodline, alright? That's not happening anymore, alright? You know, Cody Rhodes comes out, just talks a lot. Cody Rhodes, right? This frame will get boring real quick. It will. And for all the people that are bum licking him right now, let's see where you are in a couple of months. That's all I'm going to say. But he talks about a bunch of people that are in tonight's match. The Bloodline are walking backstage. They then look at Cody Rhodes' locker room. Ah ha ha ha. Oh no. Cody Rhodes just took the Tribal Chief's locker room because he is the champion. Damn it. Solo then tells Paul Heyman that he'll take care of Owens. But then Heyman tells Solo that winning and losing is everything. And there's consequences to losing. They lost, and now Cody Rhodes is the champion. If we want the locker room back, then the title has to come back to the Bloodline. And that's in order of the Tribal Chief. Don't worry, we'll get to that promo later on, because it's fucking ridiculous. Alright? It's absolutely ridiculous. Sheamus is then mentioned that he will be making his return on Monday on Raw. I mean, I think the last time we've seen Sheamus was a match against Edge. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Sheamus coming back will be like the greatest thing ever, but is what it is what it is. Sheamus, he's a decent level star. I think if booked correctly, you know, he can definitely challenge for titles, but I think at this stage of the game, he shouldn't be doing it. Alright? He should not be doing it. He should not be winning the world title. Damian Priest, you know, he's fresh on the scene, so to speak. Even if he is old, he's the sort of guy that definitely should be getting. But I mean, Sheamus is old, like, bear it in mind. But we've got our first title match here. We've got LA Knight, our first qualifying title match. LA Knight, Bobby Lashley against Santos Escobar. You've got Legado del Fantasma out there. You've got Street Profits and B-Fab. Just got a lot of interference. Just got a lot of chaos going on. The match is alright. It was blatantly obvious that the two matches, the latter one, the one later in the show would be the better one, but LA Knight picks up the victory, and BFT 1 2 3, easy as 1 2 3, ABC 1 2 3, down now. Then Kyle Braxton's got a backstage interview with Rey Mysterio and the LWO. He's like, "Oh, karma has been waiting. Santos Escobar and Rich Holland. Karma will always come back to bite you." So yeah, Santos denies the allegations he's the one that battered Dragon Lee. I think we all know it's Carlito, but deep down in Ray's heart, he believes he's got another run in him as WWE champion. Load of shite is what that is. We then have the Bloodline segment. We've got Paul Heyman coming out to the ring, talking absolute mince. Yet again, he's like, we're not going to blame Cena. We're not going to blame The Undertaker. We don't even blame Jey Uso. It was Roman Reigns. He got distracted. 10 years of hurt and pain that Seth Rollins dished out all those years ago. We had to sort that out. The Tribal Chief had the advantage. He took advantage last year, but this year, Cody Rhodes flipped the script on Roman Reigns. Bagger, your undisputed new champion is Cody Rhodes, but like a rising phoenix from the ashes, your Tribal Chief. So Cole then interrupts, tells Paul Heyman that losing and winning matters, right? He goes, so there's consequences to losing, right? So that means consequences lead change. He then looks at Jimmy Uso, he gives Jimmy a hug, tells him that he loves him, but then out of nowhere we have a debuting Tama Tonga comes out of nowhere, and it's like, right, before we even get into the beatdown here on Jimmy Uso, how, in all honesty, but can anybody, especially this guy, Solo Sikoa, be talking about winning and losing? And he's essentially put it Jimmy Uso out the Bloodline. He's beefing with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns because of winning and losing. It's like, this guy doesn't know what a win is. This guy doesn't know how to win a match. This guy is mince. This guy is on like a 36 fucking losing streak, and I said it at Mania. It's like, why is this guy being treated like a serious threat? Like John Cena has to come out and deal with Solo Sikoa. It's like that would have so much more weight if Sikoa was undefeated since he defeated John Cena, right? And Cena's coming back to right that wrong, but it's like it just comes across incredibly cheap. Jimmy Uso then gets beat up. Tama Tonga has officially joined the Bloodline. Jimmy Uso, what is that? Him out of the Bloodline? I'm not too sure what that means going forward. Does that mean could Jimmy Uso return after a beatdown? Maybe in a few weeks' time, could Jimmy Uso come back through the doors and be like, oh, because we've seen with the Bloodline, like, it doesn't actually matter how many times you get beat up, or it's about the size of the dog in the fire, man. So Jimmy Uso, it wouldn't even surprise me if he came back and appeared next week, to be honest, and was back in the Bloodline. But they have this like weird fetish gimmick that you can just do sort of stuff like this and come back. Bron Breakker then takes on Cameron Grimes. And similar to on Raw, how you had Indy Hartwell against Roxanne Perez, like Cameron Grimes has been on the main roster a year, and I'm not suggesting for a split second that Cameron Grimes should get the victory or anywhere near, even get offense in. But it's just weird how there's so many people that do get called up to the main roster and get treated like absolute jobbers, and like it's almost like what was the point? Because what was the point at this stage of the game? I'll tell you, there was no point. Absolutely no point at this stage. So, as with his troops, that's where we're going to move on, because Cameron Grimes wins, as should be doing. Haha. Cameron Grimes wins. Bron Breakker's winning. Alright, Bron Breakker's winning. AJ Styles and says, tonight's another match like my last opportunity. You're my collateral path to LA Knight. LA Knight. Then, we have the Bayley Championship celebration. Bayley comes out. I'm just not digging this title reign, I'm sorry. Say what you want, but forever in my eyes, Bayley will be looked upon as a jobber. So, is what it is. Did it make sense for her to beat Io Sky? Yeah, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Io Sky is an absolute, main eventer. I have no idea how they actually held that title for so long. Bayley then talks about Michael Cole. Oh, he might say I'm going to say some cringy stuff. 11 years of my career. It's a fan. It's the bottom of my heart. Tiffany comes in. It's Tiffy time. It's titty time. It's titty time for Tiffany Stratton. And, yeah, her and Naomi argue. Oh, whoever wins is going to take on Bayley at the next pay-per-view. Such a sloppy-ass match. And, it's not even Tiffany Stratton's fault. It's fucking Naomi. What was she doing in the corner, man? Botches it, and then is doing some of the most feeble and weakest ass kicks you'll ever see in your puff. Seriously, like, what was going on here? I need to know. The people need to know, man. It was just an absolute fucking mess, is what was going on. And also, like, the match starts during the commercial break. Okay, we then had an A-Town Down vignette. Nick Aldis says to the Street Profits and the New Catch Republic they'll have a clear decision next week on who A-Town, On Down Under, Boom Boom, next challengers. Alright, Logan Paul and cuts a promo facing his house, and he's introducing this new hashtag. Hashtag Logan Paul LaFescara. Is that doing anything for anybody? No. Jade Gargo and Bianca Belair defeat Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Again, this is just a bit bland, isn't it? Jade Gargle can't work. I mean, looks the part, but can't fucking work, man. And that's going to be a problem. Kevin Owens then knocks over CM Punk's shirt here, and apparently it was a throwback to something they did in Ring of Honor 20 years ago. Really? Do we need to do that? I don't know what's going on. Then it talks about next week, how Bayley... Well, actually, Bayley's taking on Naomi next week, not even at the pay-per-view. Street Profits will battle the AOP. The New Catch Republic and Legado del Fantasma in a Fatal 4-way. Winning team will become number one contender for the SmackDown 2 tag team titles. And then We've got Kevin Rhodes, AJ Styles taking on Rey Mysterio, main event, triple threat match here. A lot of action. The plot's a bit thin, but there's a lot of action. You know, there is a lot of action here, and this was actually a good match. I thought the ending was quite good with Styles Clash. 1, 2, 3, AJ Styles wins, and then, yeah, there's a showdown with LA Knight. And tell you what, LA Knight's going to lose. AJ Styles will be the guy that's taking on Cody Rhodes. He's a safe, wee guy to be taking on Cody Rhodes. You know, he's a heel, and that's a problem though for me. Because because WWE, they don't really know how to write shows anymore. They actually openly book someone who is a jobber heel to take on their champion because they want to save like the more believable matches for like later on, like in the years and shit like that. I just don't like at bigger pay-per-views. I just don't get it. See, back in the day, man, it felt like every pay-per-view you were getting like the best challenger. So can somebody enlighten me about what is actually going on in WWE? Because this has been a gimmick for a long ass time, man. A long ass time. Don't understand it in the slightest. It is what it is. But yeah, that's where we're going to do with this review. AJ Styles wins. Till next time, leave your thoughts down below and peace. I'll give it a 2 out of 10. I think it felt very flat. Like some guy from New Japan who's Haku's son ain't doing it for me. I mean, people like mark out about Haku, right? Yeah, was he a bad motherfucker, bad ass? Yes. But in terms of draw, he's a jobber, man. Did nothing. He was some tag team wrestler in WCW. He came to WWE in 2001 and had a forgettable fucking tag team with Rikishi. Killed Rikishi's momentum, by the way, because Rikishi in 2000 was a bad man. If you catch my drift anyway. Till then, though. Peace.